This is Hope. This is the horse that I just did the live video on. I just unsaddled her. I'm going to rinse her off. Bonnie, thanks for joining me in the live training this morning. This is Hope. I've done one video of talking about her resistance. I wanted to work that with her and then answer some questions. There was quite a few questions about that resistance. I figured we'd answer those on the camera today. I also had quite a few questions about that blue roan horse that I was working with her feet. We'll answer those questions and any other questions y'all have. Her owners want her to be trained for National Rein Cow Horse Association. This is what our goal is. We'll see if we can get her there, which means she will need to do a reining pattern and cow work. Right now, I've primarily been working on her resistance in her body. That has been the first and the biggest issue that I needed to address. As I'm walking her around, I can really feel how hard she hits the ground with her front feet. That is something that needs a lot of help, a lot of work, and we'll talk about why and how I do that. The very first time I rinsed her off, I put her in my cross ties and started to rinse her, and she spun around and pulled my cross ties down. I tie them on both ends in my wash rack with a piece of hay string. I want something to be able to break before they hurt themselves or tear something up. I don't care for the tie blockers. I don't care for the stuff that slides like that. I feel like when they feel that give of that slide and that tie blocker, it kind of encourages them to keep trying. Where this way, where I tie it with a piece of hay string, they feel that hard stop. And if they stop with the hard stop, great. That should encourage them to stay that way. But if they do panic, the hay string will break. And then if that happens, I just work on it. If they tear it down, it's not a big deal. This is Hope. This is the horse that I just did the live video on. I just unsaddled her. I'm going to rinse her off. She has an issue with standing here in the cross ties. The first time I put her in here and went to rinse her, she did spin around and pull the cross ties back, break them off. I'm going to talk about how I'm working with that. My cross ties are tied with hay string on each end. I don't like tie blockers that give. I want the horse to meet that hard resistance, to learn to give to the resistance, and then if they do panic, the hay string will break. So what, I just rode her, worked her a little bit. I doubt she's really tired. We didn't work that hard. But to get her to stand tied in these cross ties and to relax in the cross ties, I'm going to start off just by spraying her on her chest, and I'm going to watch her expression, what she does and how she reacts. Now, when I tie a horse in the cross ties, I never clip the lines to the sides. I'm always clipped to the bottom, to the halter underneath, so that the horse can move its head a little bit and look around. I don't want the horse to feel too confined and then panic because it's confined. She's sticking her nose in the water, getting a drink. Now, as her feet are still, I'll spread around a little bit, spray some different parts of her body. She starts to get a little bit worried, I'm going to get back still again. What she did before, and I would guess this would probably be what she would do, is turn around and then pull back out this way. So I want to worry her just enough, and then we'll get quiet again. She's obviously not afraid of the water. I really don't think she's afraid of any part of this. I think it all just goes to willingness. Just like the willing to move her shoulders, willing to do what I'm asking her to do. That's really what all this, with her, I think, goes back to. Now she's standing still, I'll spray a little bit more. Now, one thing I'm not going to do until I feel pretty comfortable that she's going to stand, I'm not going to go on the other side of these lines and get into a position where I cannot back out front here, because I want to stay in a position to where her attention is on me and try to not get her to panic about the lines. I want to thank everybody for supporting me on Patreon. That's where I usually post some of the more detailed training videos. There's 3 levels, $5, $25, $75. $5 level, you get access to all those detailed training videos. $25 level, you get access to all the videos, plus you get 20% discount on video lessons, and you're entered for a drawing for a giveaway that I do once a month. $75 level, you get all of that, plus you get a free video lesson a month. I'll get thousands of questions a day. There's no way I can answer them all, but I answer Patreon questions every day. Patreon, Tim Anderson Horse Training. I appreciate everybody for supporting me. The lines. Since she's been here, since she pulled out of these, spun around and pulled them off, she has been stood out at my patience line a good bit. Back to the front. See how she started to kind of fuss? I went back in the front. I want her to be able to have her face sprayed. This is on shower. This isn't, it's not very hard. And basically this is for watering your flowers. So it's not hard. And then go back to her side. Let's go to this side again. Go back over here. She moved her hip over. Good girl. And that's it. That's really all little pieces. I'm not going to stand here for an hour and rinse her off, just a little bit at a time. Get her comfortable with it. So now I will go back there and get the sweat scrape. Well, actually, sweat scraper right here. I will scrape her off. Much better here in the cross ties. I'm really, as you see, I'm really not doing anything big. I'm not doing any special drills or anything. Just trying to get her to understand that it's okay. No reason to panic. And by working her a little bit first, even though the work was just kind of working her mind, relaxing her, she kind of relaxed her mind. She didn't really want to fight. So this is Hope. I'll put a link up here to her playlist on YouTube. Until next time, thank you for watching. My mission for my training program is to try to make every horse as good as they can be. If you want to talk to me about sending a horse to me for training, send me a message and we'll talk about it.